No one has hobbies anymore. Just under a year ago, I got this camera for two reasons. The first one is I had my little son on the way and I wanted to make sure that I had a good camera to capture memories with him. But the second reason is that before I used to make videos on my phone for YouTube, and offloading the footage always took a little bit of time, and knowing that I was going to have a new child, I just knew I wasn't going to have that flexibility. So I got a new camera. And like a lot of us, when you get some new tech, you want to figure out how to use it. And that's exactly what I've done over the last 12 months. I figured out how to use manual mode, what aperture is, what shutter speed I should be using, all that typical camera stuff. But then I noticed something happening. Me and my son were out for a walk a few weeks ago, and we were up in Donegal with some family. And all of a sudden I started trying to take proper photos. I wasn't happy with the level of photos I was getting, and I tried to mess with the settings and frame them and move things around to try and get better ones. And because I've not really done any training in that, I wasn't able to figure it out. And I realised that when I got back to the house after our walk, I was very unhappy with the level of skill and ability I had in taking photos. Cue hours of research into how to take better photos, what good framing looks like and what settings to use, and very quickly I realised that actually this thing that I bought, which is supposed to be capturing fun memories with my son when I wasn't making YouTube videos, was becoming a chore. And that's when I realised none of us have hobbies anymore. Whether you pick up guitar, whether you get a new camera or whatever it might be, very quickly we start doing all the things that we should be doing. But that's not what a hobby is. A hobby is something that we pick up when we have a little bit of downtime to just enjoy for ourselves. And then this became something that I noticed across the board. Everybody does it. When you're picking up that guitar, you're trying to figure out the songs that you'll play for the people when they're around. Like my camera, maybe some people go out and get caught up in what it means to take a good photo. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're quite driven and you're going to be pushing yourself in various areas of your life. But that push needs to stop. We need to find a break from it. So if you're somebody who's taken up a new hobby over the last few years and is wondering why it isn't helping to de-stress, maybe it's because you're trying to tell yourself that there's something or some part of it that you're not able to do. Just stop and enjoy the process. That's this week's video, and I think it's under 2 minutes, but I'm guessing we'll have to wait until I edit this. But have a great week, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.